So it's New Year's Eve. I'm getting ready for the 365-day art challenge. Um, I'm reading this myself. I looked into voiceovers and speech to text or text to speech and found that it was out of my price range, really. I read the first passage on this and I found that I'm a little monotone because I haven't really read out loud to anybody since grade school or at least high school. So just bear with me, it'll get better as we go along. So anyway, let's get right started. And today's topic is divine nature of creation. Exploring the nature of creation. Throughout history, the act of creation has often been linked to the divine. The analogy of artists being like God and God being an artist stems from the fundamental concept of creation itself, bringing something new into existence from the place of imagination and inspiration. Just as artists wield their brushes, pencils, and chisel to craft beauty and meaning from canvas or formless block of marble, God is traditionally seen as the ultimate creator, forming the universe, nature, and all living things. The parallel between artists and the divine not only highlights the spiritual nature of creativity, but also underscores the profound responsibility and power inherent in the creative process. In this discussion, we'll explore how artists embody divine attributes, how God can be seen as archetypal artist, and why this comparison boy, I'm just stuttering along, aren't I? Let's start that over. In this discussion, we'll explore how artists embody divine attributes, how God is seen as the archetypal artist, and why its comparison elevates the significance of artistic endeavors. Next, the act of creation, where the divine and human meet. In many religious and philosophical traditions, God is revered as the originator of everything that exists. In Christianity, for example, the book of Genesis describes how God created the heavens and the earth, light and darkness, land and sea, plants and animals, and ultimately humankind, all through spoken words. Similarly, in various mythologies and spiritual beliefs around the world, creation stories often depict gods and goddesses as artists who shape the world through thought, word, and deed. Artists, too, engage in a comparable act of creation though on a smaller scale. When an artist paints a portrait, sculpts a figure, writes a novel, they are exercising their own creative power to bring something new and unique into being. The canvas, the lump of clay, the sheet of paper is transformed by the artist's vision and skill into manifestation of inner world, a physical representation of thoughts, emotions, ideas, and previously existed only in the mind. This act of making the invisible visible, of turning imagination into reality, is a process that mirrors the divine act of creation itself. By engaging in the transformative process, artists tap into a kind of divine energy, becoming co-creators with God. They shape not only the materials but also the perceptions and emotions of those who view or experience their work. Through art, the artist shapes a piece of their own soul, much like the divine breath of life that animates all living things. In this way, artists are like God in their capacity to create, to inspire, and to give life to new forms. God as the ultimate artist, the universe as a masterpiece. If we consider God as an artist, then the universe becomes his masterpiece. Every element of nature, the grandeur of the mountains to the delicate petals of a flower, reflect deep understanding of beauty, balance, and harmony. The intricate patterns found in the veins of leaves, the spiral of a seashell, the symmetry of a snowflake are reminiscents of the artist's careful attention to detail. Each organism, landscape, or natural phenomenon seems purposely designed as if crafted with love and intention. In this context, God is not just an artist, but a master of all artistic disciplines. The diversity of life forms suggests deep appreciation for variety and creativity. The law of physics, the principles of mathematics, the cycle of life and death all indicate a profound understanding of structure, form, and movement. Just as a skilled painter understands how color interacts on a canvas, God's artistry encompasses all complexities of existence, creating a universe that is simultaneously orderly, dynamic, predictable, and full of surprises. This perspective offers a sense of awe and reverence for both art and nature. When artists draw inspiration from the natural world, they are in a sense collaborating with God. A lifescape painting becomes not just a representation of a scene, but a dialogue between the human artist and the divine creator. In this way, artists become vessels through which God's beauty and wisdom can further be expressed and shared. The spiritual significance of artistic creation. The idea that artists are like God and God is an artist suggests that there is something inherently spiritual about the act of creating. Art has long been used as a form of worship, meditation, and contemplation. In many cultures, art and spirituality are inseparable, and religious icons, sacred architecture, and devotional music serving as expressions of faith and devotion. Even secular art, which is deeply meaningful and moving, can invoke a sense of transcendence, connecting viewers to something greater than themselves. When an artist is fully immersed in the creative process, they often describe entering a state of flow, where time seems to disappear and the boundary between self and work dissolves. This experience can feel like a form of communion, as if the artist is channeling a higher power or tapping into a universal source of inspiration. Such moments of artistic revelation are akin to spiritual experiences, where the ordinary is transformed into the extraordinary. This connection between art and spirituality suggests the role of the artist is not merely to produce objects of beauty or skill, but to act as a conduit for something beyond the material world. Just as God's creation of the universe is seen as an act of love and generosity, an artist's work can be viewed as a gift to humanity, a way of sharing beauty, truth, and meaning. Why this comparison matters. Understanding artists as being like God and God as an artist evaluates the status of art and the creativity in our lives. It suggests that creating art is not just human creativity, but a sacred one, imbued with divine significance. This perspective can inspire artists to approach their work with a sense of purpose and responsibility, knowing that they are participating in a process that echoes the creations of the universe itself. For viewers and art appreciators, the analogy encourages a deeper engagement with art. It invites us to see art not just as entertainment or decoration, but a form of communication with between the human and the divine. When we encounter a piece of art that moves us, we are, in a sense, witnessing a fragment of the divine creation filtered through the mind and hands of the artist. This view also fosters a sense of humility and gratitude. Just as artists recognize that their talent and inspiration are gifts that should be nurtured and shared, we can appreciate the world around us as a masterpiece by creating a lovingly, infinitely creative artist. This awareness can lead to greater appreciation for both art and nature, as well as a desire to preserve and protect the beauty and wonder of creation. The comparison between artists and God highlights the profound nature of creativity as an act that bridges the human and the divine. Just as God is seen as the ultimate artist, shaping the universe with wisdom, intention, and love, artists bring new forms, ideas, and experiences into being. This divine parallel not only affirms the value and the significance of artist expression, but also encourages artists to view their work as a reflection of something greater than themselves. By understanding their role as co-creators, artists can infuse their work with purpose, meaning, and a sense of sacred, enriching both their own lives and the lives who experience their art. You may not believe in God or a higher power. Just know when I speak of God in the following podcast or pages, I'm referring to your divine creativity as an artist. And that's it for today. We're going to be starting the challenge starting tomorrow. I look forward to having you all come along. Be sure that you comment your thoughts about this piece. I hope that my reading improved a little bit over the last, and I'm sure it'll get better with time. But I'm going to be doing these once a day, so if you want to create a project book with me or follow along on how I create one, be sure that you hit like and subscribe.